how art thou today? What's up, y'all? Today I'm gonna be bleaching my own hair and coloring it. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do this forever, and with the quarantine and everything being closed, I was getting impatient. So I'm gonna be showing you guys my process and sharing with you the tips and tricks that I know. I've never done this before, so I'm not gonna act like I'm a professional, but I've seen my fair share of YouTube videos, so. But a lot of what I was using was Brad Mondo's bleaching tips and whatever. I'll put the link down below for you guys to see. That way, like, if you're interested in bleaching your hair and you want something that's more thorough, I highly recommend watching that because he explains everything and goes through it step by step, and it's better than watching someone like me who's never bleached my hair before. I'll be showing you guys the products I'm using, and I'm just gonna kind of like explain things lightly, but obviously take it with a grain of salt because sometimes I'm a dumb
potato.
Okay, so first things first, if you're bleaching your hair, start with dirty hair, okay? My hair is nasty. I haven't washed it in like a week, but that's what you're supposed to do. You don't want to wash your hair before you're bleaching it, because if you're washing it and you're like massaging your scalp, that can cause abrasions on your scalp, and that will in turn cause irritation if you put bleach on it. The natural oils from your hair will protect it from getting too damaged, but it's not like gonna save you. But still, you should make sure your hair is dirty before you bleach it. Next step, brush your hair. My hair's already brushed and it's short, so it's not like gonna get tangled or anything. So it's already nice and detangled. You don't want to start off with tangled hair. Like, I get it if you're lazy or impatient, but if it's tangled and you put bleach on it, it's gonna come out uneven, so don't do that. Next, section your hair. I am gonna be following yet again another Brad Mondo video. Probably not the like best sectioning you should do. He basically has his brother doing a balayage, and he like shows him how to section it, and since I'm doing a bleach balayage type of thing, that's what I'm going to be following because it is the easiest sectioning. It's going to be quicker for me, and I want to try to put the bleach in as quick as possible, because if some of it's in too long and some of it is in for like a shorter time, it's going to become uneven and look really bad. So I'm following that sectioning. That way it just is a quicker process for me. And lastly, keep your hair dry like a little cactus. Yeah, you just don't want to wash it beforehand. You want to keep it dry because that's just them rules. But again, if you want a more in-depth explanation of all those things, I definitely recommend checking out his video or any other professional hairdresser's video, because they're going to explain why and all that fun stuff. So now, let's get to it. So, I'm starting off with Arctic Fox's Bleach Please hair lightening kit. I got it online for about $19.99, but you could pick it up at Sally's Beauty for the same price. So, those are the directions you can't see, but basically, you just leave it in your hair for 30 minutes, and you don't want to leave it in longer just because you can damage your hair. You can always do more than one session, but you never want to leave it in for too long. Not only could it damage your hair, but also it just, after a while, the bleach starts drying, and then it doesn't really work as well. It has to be wet in order to work. Okay, apparently I think I'm in a musical at the moment. So that is the bleach cream. It has that violet hue to it to try to help keep your hair from becoming that coppery tone that happens when it's not bleached enough. That happens a lot with people who have hair like me, just because my hair is so dark. It takes such a long time to lighten, and sometimes it takes more than one session.
So in the first couple of sessions, it usually tends to stay a very like orangey brown color. So that violet in the bleach kind of helps cancel that out just a little bit. It's not gonna save you, but it helps as much as it can. So the other thing that I put in, I know I was talking over it, I'm sorry. The other thing I'm mixing with the bleach cream is the 35 volume developer. For my hair, that's perfect because it's dark, like I said, but for people with lighter hair, that might be really strong. So if you are gonna use this and your hair is a lot lighter than mine, just make sure you leave it in for less time and check on your hair every 5 minutes, because you don't want to damage your hair or do anything like that, because that's not good. I'm sorry about the sun. Windows exist, so the sun exists. And you can't see that either, but those are the foils that I'm gonna be using. I also got those at Sally's for like $5 maybe. So very affordable, and it definitely makes the process a lot smoother. So I skipped doing the first half of my head because I was still trying to figure my life out, but also I realized while editing, you can't see that side of my head, so I may as well just cut it out. So I'm showing you guys the second half, but from what you can see of the other side, I use the foils to separate the sections that I'm dyeing. So I'm going to start off by taking a 2-inch section to bleach. If you saw, I did skip a little section about maybe an inch wide. I skipped that section because I had bleached the other half of my head, so I was putting space in between. So basically what I wanted to do was do a 2-inch section, skip about an inch, do another 2-inch section, skip about an inch, all the way around my head. And as you can see, my hair is sectioned into a sort of halo type of sectioning. So I started off from the top of my head about 2 inches from the front line of my hair. So I did about a 2-inch wide section all the way around my head in that halo pattern. That way when I'm bleaching it the way that I'm doing it, it doesn't look super blocky and streaky, if you get what I'm saying. This way, when all my hair falls, it looks a little bit more naturally uneven, if that makes any sense. Basically, it's like no straight lines. It's all just sort of all over the place. In a cute way, though. Not in, like, a messy way. Cute messy. So, I apparently don't know how to fold foil, but when you finish a section, like, you just fold over the foil. Try to do it neater than I did, but if you do it the way I did, that's fine. With that section, though, I noticed I didn't put enough bleach on it, so I was trying to stay about an inch from my scalp, that way I have a darker root. But with that section, it was a little too low, so you would want to go higher than that if you're trying to do what I was doing here. But if you're trying to bleach like all of it, go for it. It just looks a little bit more natural when there is a little bit of space between the colored part of your hair and your actual scalp. As I'm going, and I have no further things to say, I will let you know that I don't expect to be platinum blonde, and that's not just because my hair is so dark. The reasoning behind that is because my hair was a little bit lighter a couple months prior. I still had some bleach from when I had gotten my hair done the year before, so my hair was still a little bit lightened. So I had dyed my hair a like reddish orange color, and eventually, like, as I was cutting my hair you know, like the bleached part was gone. Yeah, that's great, Mel. That's great. So, because of that, even though you can't see it with my hair because it is so dark, it is gonna turn a red-orange before it even goes to blonde. Like, I would have to do quite a few sessions to get that out. I'm on to the next section, and as you can see, I'm basically doing the same thing, doing like another 2-inch width band around my head, and I'm taking that last section and just, you know, clipping it back so it's not in my way. And I'm basically just going to repeat the process from the first part, going all the way around the head, 2-inch sections, you know, skipping an inch in between. So for the last section, what I ended up doing, like I said, I followed one of Brad Mondo's videos, and I was very confused about how he did the last section. So I just sort of made up my own thing, because at that point, you're really just like painting your hair, so do whatever you think is best. But what I did was I started from the very back, I took about a 2-inch section, and I basically went horizontally up, and I would skip a little space, and then bleach another section, and then skip a little space, and bleach another section. Oh, what am I doing? What? I am so sorry, you just got a close-up of my arm. This is my hair after washing out all of the bleach. As you can see, it is a very orangey coppery tone because my hair was dyed red before this. So I'm going to be using Arctic Fox again, and I'm using their Sunset Orange color. I'm going to be mixing it with a couple of others, as you're going to see in a moment. Now, while on camera the color doesn't look bad, in person it was really patchy. That's why I wanted to put color over it so it would look more even. So I'm adding another Arctic Fox color, and it is a red color. I was hoping to deepen the orange just a little bit so it's not like a neon orange. I am also using Arctic Fox's Cosmic Sunshine. I wanted it to be more of a natural orange, so I added the yellow to sort of even out the orange and red. And now I'm just gonna put it all throughout my hair and really just try to saturate every part. You can use a brush for this part if you want to, but Arctic Fox's formula is more of a conditioner dye, so it doesn't matter how long you leave it in your hair, and it doesn't matter how like precise it is. So while I did use a brush, you can just use your hands if it makes you, if it's easier for you. Alright, now I'm about to finish the second half of my head and rinse it out, and I'm going to show you guys the results in just a sec.
And this is the final result. What do y'all think? Is it perfect? No, but I like it. I'm going to show you all of it. I'm really happy with how it came out, to be honest. Like honestly, for someone who's never bleached or like done any of that stuff by themselves, pretty happy with it. Like, yeah, it's like a little patchy in some areas, but like if I like take the time to actually style my hair, it doesn't look bad. So we're gonna go with that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm like in love with it. I meant for it to be more of like an orange, but honestly, I'm not mad. It's gonna fade. I can re-dye it. Who cares, right? Anyway, thank you for watching, and thank you for staying till the end of the video. I really appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, don't do anything. Okay? Anyway, have a good day, y'all, and I'll see you next time.